Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are so excited that you're here tonight. Please know that whoever invited you to the call must really care about you to want you to know about this technology. We absolutely have two just amazing stories tonight. This amazing mother-daughter team that I recently met. I know they are just going to bless your socks off, and so excited for you guys to hear their story as well. I'm Nikki McCutchen. I will be your host this evening, and just want to start with a medical disclaimer. So all of our technology is not intended to prevent, treat, or cure any dis-ease. If you are pregnant or nursing or on medications, we always recommend that you check with your preferred healthcare practitioner first, just like you would with embarking on any new diet or exercise program. So with that, I'm super excited to introduce you to Beegy and her daughter Colette. And I'm just going to let you ladies take it away and just share your story with us of why you decided to start using the technology and what you have noticed since using it and how long, of course, you've been using it as well.
Okay, I'm going to start first since I started the patches first.
Perfect.
And I'm
That's
also
perfect.
the oldest.
I love that. I love that.
I have been using the patches. It will be 5 years in June. I was very sick a lot of my life. In my late 40s, I had a complete autoimmune breakdown. I was a single mom raising 4 kids and busy and a career. So I just overdid and created what they called lupus, fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoporosis, Lyme's disease, and thyroid. Every organ in my body was shutting down. So I dealt with that through my 40s. I went to Western medicine until the medicines damaged some of my organs. I tried acupuncture, many things. And I lived with a little bit of ease through my years. But 5 years ago, I was really crippled up. I could hardly move, bent over, and not doing so much. Still had to work, but I was in pain a lot. And my friend said, Beegy, you have gone downhill. I know you do energy work and I know you have a lot of work done, but I found a product that will work for you. And so she sent me 5 patches, and I noticed a difference the very first morning I put it on. I got up at 8 o'clock, put the patch on. X39 is what she sent. I put it on and I noticed no brain fog. I noticed I had energy, and and my back was tingling right down my spine, tingle. And so I called her immediately and said, yes, sign me up, but I'll never sell the product. And so that was the start of my journey. Well, when you have autoimmune issues, you have to go to the doctor every 3 months for tests. And so I had to go for blood work. I had to go for eye tests. I had to go to the dentist because my teeth were falling out. And so I was wearing the patches. And my first checkup, the first 3 month checkup, was to my dentist. And the dentist said, Beegy, you have grown new jawbone. We can do implants now and take care of those teeth that are falling out. So I had the implants done, and that was great. I also, within that first 6 months, had to go to the eye doctor, and he tested my eyes. And before, I had had signs of macular degeneration and old, I just wasn't seeing as well. So he tested me and he said, my goodness, the macular degeneration is gone. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. So I did. So those are the two early signs. My arthritis kept getting better. I don't know if it shows, but these two fingers were really 45-degree angle.
Oh,
and through these 5 years, they're straightening. So it's amazing.
Wow, that is amazing.
So it's working on me everywhere. Now, I still go to my doctor. He still tests me and he keeps saying, "You're doing great." He said, "I know you're 82 this year, but you have the insides of a person 50 years old or
Oh my
younger."
gosh. Oh my
So
gosh, that's amazing.
that was a great testimony. Now, Nikki, I don't know how much time because I keep having new testimonies. So do I keep
You
going?
just keep going. This is y'all's night. So
All
this is
right.
your call.
All right. Well, we celebrated my 80th birthday and I went to dinner with family. And my brother-in-law drove up in front of the restaurant because it was raining and everybody got out of the car and he saw a parking space and he took off with me midstream before I got out of the car. And so he took off. It jerked my left arm from hanging onto the door. The car frame hit my hip and my shoulder. And when my feet hit the ground, I did a flip onto my back and I had to roll quickly to get out of the way of the tires.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
luckily, somebody there that was watching had a cane, and I hobbled into the restaurant. I went immediately to the bathroom and I patched my pelvis with X39. And at that time, I had Ice Wave with me.
Praise the
And,
Lord.
and it worked within minutes. We sat there and I had a fabulous 2 hour birthday
Oh,
dinner. So that was awesome. Well, I didn't make it to the doctor until Monday. My party was on Friday. And sure enough, they x-rayed and I had broken my pelvis in 2 places and torn my meniscus. Well, I patched, continued patching, and I was able to go to Greece 3 weeks later. I had won the trip to Greece and I walked all over Greece, did
wow.
fine.
That's
So
crazy.
it's amazing. So I think that's pretty good that it works on a 82-year-old gal.
Yes, pretty good. That's absolutely fantastic. Yes, fantastic. Oh my gosh. And then you were telling me that you had some type of x-ray later, right?
Yes, well, while on the trip, of course, I'm everywhere and I'm not afraid of crowds. I was knocked over while on the ship in front of the check-in desk. And oh, the cruise people went crazy. They immediately put me on a gurney and took me down to the Red Cross area and checked me out completely. They did x-rays and the pelvis had completely healed. No sign of a fracture at all. And that's
Praise
within
the
three
Lord.
weeks.
Praise the Lord. That is unbelievable. That on 82-year-old, but insides of a 50-year-old. So I guess that
Yeah.
gives me some encouragement, right? That if
Yes, yes.
something crazy happens, that maybe my 50-year-old body can recover in 3 weeks.
Or faster.
Yes,
Since you're
yes.
drinking the water too.
That's right. That's exactly right. And yeah, we have a new saying around here too that the second you start using this technology is the oldest you will ever be. The very first day you put this patch on, it is the oldest you will ever be. So you are true living proof of that. Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
I
that's
am.
amazing. Yes. That's
Yes.
awesome. Any other testimonials with any of the other technologies?
Well, as you rank up and you need to learn more. And by the way, I told you I wasn't going to share, but people would ask me, "What are you doing?" And of course, I put my family on. I had to share it with Colette, her brother, and her two younger siblings. And so I had to learn more about the patches. So I have tried everything. And I also got the water. So I can test, my hair started turning dark. It was white. That's the aloe vera. And and of course, I've already told you the ice wave really works fast.
Yes.
Eon helps control the inflammation with the arthritis.
Mhm.
And I was one of the early birds that got the water, and I had been using it. The very first time I tried it, I noticed I have dyslexia, and I could feel my brain doing something. I can't tell you what it was doing, but I could feel like it was opening up.
Wow.
And but the next 6 months that I used my machine, I didn't realize it was doing anything. Yes, it was good, and I had energy each morning, but I had to send the machine back. So I was without it for a week. My energy level just crashed. So I do
Wow.
know that the water also gives you energy. So
Yeah.
I'm still
Because
working full time as an 82-year-old.
wow, praise the Lord. That's amazing. So you were didn't really know, like you already had good energy. You felt good with just the patch
Yes,
technology, but then the water technology, you thought, okay, everything's fine, but you didn't realize that it was actually increasing your ability to do more, think more,
yes,
more mobility, all those things you just
yes.
didn't really notice until it was gone.
Right, right.
Wow. Wow, that's
And
amazing.
the one thing I did notice is, you go into a room and you think, why am I in here? Well,
Yes,
with the
I do.
water,
I
that's
do. Before the patches, I know exactly what you're talking about.
and so I did notice that the water does help that.
Awesome. That's exciting. Yes,
Yes,
that's so amazing. I love that. All the things, right? All the amazing benefits. That's just truly remarkable. So, growing new jawbone, like wow, that's jaw-dropping. Help and support for your eyes, that's remarkable. The fact that you almost get run over by a car and drug, and you go into the restaurant at 80 years old. Like, I don't even know how you took the cane. How to get the cane and get in the restaurant. That right there is a miracle of God to me. Like, just to do that. And then
it,
you sat there and enjoyed your birthday.
I
Patched
did.
up,
I
pain
did.
went away. I mean, that's just mind blowing. And then what'd you say? Three weeks? 3 weeks
Three
later,
weeks
you ended up
later,
having an X-ray, and there were
yes,
no signs of fractures.
that's that's correct.
Wow. Praising Jesus. That's all I can
Yes,
say. Like when our bodies work the way that they were designed and we have this amazing little tool that's our light switch that turns that on, God designed us to heal. So, and you
he
are
did.
living proof. Like we all, okay, you all, like look at her, right? Like, no, 82, you've got to be kidding me. Look at the vibrancy, like even the brightness in her eyes, like her teeth, her smile, like her, even like the elasticity, like you can see it in her face. She's 82, y'all. This is amazing.
Thank you,
Oh,
Nikki.
yes, yes, you're just so beautiful and vibrant. I mean, I want to be a BG 82. I want to sign up for that. I want to be as vibrant as you are. What an absolute blessing. Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing your
you.
story with us tonight. And Colette, let's move on to you. When did you get started on the technology? Because you said
Um,
BG, it's been 5 years, right?
It will be in June.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Yes. So what about you, Colette? What's your
well,
story?
my story. So I was very skeptical for in the very beginning. So mom kept on giving me patches for like a Christmas gift or for like a birthday and whatnot. And so I would just stash them away and not really use them. Well, I actually went into menopause really early. I had my youngest daughter at 44. I was pregnant at 43. And I was actually already premenopausal at that time. So Callie was really much of a miracle baby, and I already had 2 miscarriages. And so that was also when I found out that I was celiac, and that is also an autoimmune disease. And so I was going into menopause full blown after she was born, and I really couldn't nurse whatnot, but I was having awful night sweats, and my hair was falling out, feeling miserable, gained weight, and just didn't have any energy to do anything. I kept on gaining weight, I kept on looking older. And so mom says, "Do you have those patches?" have you been just stashing them away? And I was like, I hope you stash them away in a nice spot that sun doesn't get them so they can get ruined. I was like, no, Mom, they're in my chest. They're in a cupboard. She goes, well, put them on. And so I did the X39, and she gave me, and I just started with that for the first year. And that like was a huge difference in my system. Well, I kind of like calmed down and sweats just a little bit, but later on she gave me SP6, and that subsided pretty much all my symptoms.
Wow.
And it was like 6 months. It took about 6 months. I'm 59. So she says, put them on every single day, at least for 6 months. I was like, okay. So I did. And it really subsided the night sweats big time. So I was really having them. And once my cycle stopped, the patches just like, boom. I was like, it was wonderful. I didn't have the night sweats, didn't have any of that. And so it was a godsend. And then the other testimony that I have is last year I fell down on the ice and I broke my thumb, and I actually kind of like cracked this part right here, and I had a floating bone in it. I broke the bone, so they were wanting to do surgery to get that floating bone out because it was causing arthritis and swelling, and I can still move it, so I didn't think it was broken. But
Oh,
after 4 months of patching it, Mom says put carnosine, X39, Eon, actually put all of them on. So I did. 4 months later, I didn't have to have surgery. X-ray said it
wow.
healed. What are you doing?
Wow.
After four
Wow.
months. So
Oh my
uh,
gosh.
I'm, and so and so I've been on the patches for almost 3 years constantly. I kind of like was hit and miss, and sometimes I forget whatnot, but I got back on them. So I think about 3 years, and I actually started working out. I started noticing my body toning. I haven't lost weight yet, but I'm working on it. But
Awesome.
the autoimmune has really subsided, so I really didn't have much symptoms with the I shouldn't say but the celiac has calmed down. And actually, I had my gallbladder removed 5 years ago. And so every now and then I would have symptoms of the gallbladder where it like pinches in that area. So I would put an Eon on it. And so it's been a fabulous journey. So I wouldn't
That's
go back.
amazing.
So I'm like 24/7, not 24/7, 12 hours on, 12 hours off on patch.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. That's
and,
awesome.
and now
That's
I'm it was part of my business. So, and I started working
yes.
with Mom for the last year now. It's been a whole year. So,
That's awesome. That's so exciting. And that's amazing. Yeah, BG, I forgot. So when she was talking about her hand like that, that's like truly amazing that like you didn't end up having to have surgery. And the fact that like for your fingers to start to go back to straight, like I didn't know that was a thing. Like I didn't know they could do that because it's so hard and stiff, so that's amazing that they haven't calcified enough, or I don't know if the calcification starts to wear down. Like, I don't know. That's amazing too. Your fingers, that's truly remarkable. So Colette, tell us how are you using the SB6? Where were you wearing it?
I was doing the hormone protocol where
Okay.
you had SP6, glutathione, and Eon, and rotating them around your belly button. You're supposed to do it like 2 inches below your belly button, and so you're supposed to like rotate the SP6 around, and so it's like a circle. And then I would have the X39 on my neck. That's my go-to, and and just rotate it every day.
Okay, so this one I haven't heard of then. So it wasn't on the 4 inches above your ankle bone. It was all around your belly button.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when you're saying rotating the SP6, you're starting on the left, and I'm guessing eon is midline and glutathione is on the right.
Yes, ma'am.
And then when you say rotate, how did that work?
Then I rotate the patches like the next day. I would move the SP6 in the middle and the glutathione and the eon, and then the next day I would do the SP6 on the right. So it's like a clock. So you just
Okay.
move it one day at a time.
Okay, so 12 hours on, you put them on in the morning when you get up, and then the next day or take it off when you go to bed, and then the next day you move to the new spot, put on new patches, take them off before bed. And how long did you run that patching placement?
I did that protocol, I would say about 6 months. That was the longest one because I went into menopause right pretty early. So mm, my guess would be, I know this kind of sound weird, maybe 6 months to 9 months.
Okay. And so it really helped with the hot flashes was the biggest thing
Yes.
that you noticed. Okay. So
Yeah.
even though your hot flashes were mostly at night or all during the day too?
Mostly at night.
Okay. And so
I
then
would,
wearing those during the day, it helped
yes.
you at night.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So did it just like lessen the number of hot flashes or they weren't as bad or?
Yes. It lessened the hot flashes, and I would just wake up sweaty
Mhm.
and just had to go change clothes in the middle of the night. It's like
Yes.
I would sleep it with like, you know, a t-shirt and shorts, and then put a sheet over, and
Right.
because it's like then I would freeze my husband out, so I would have two fans on me. I can't handle this. It's like, okay, fine, I'll just do a sheet, and as actually has really subsided within 6 to 9 months. I I didn't really write it down, and I should have, but
No,
I
no, that's huge. I mean, because right, so many women deal with that. And like when I'm talking to women who are like, okay, please tell me, do you have anything for my hot flashes? I normally have been using the 4 finger widths above the inside of your ankle bone. Um, I don't know why the acupuncture point is not coming to my brain. If one of y'all think of it, put it in the chat for me. But that's what I would always recommend. So it's great for people to know what you were doing around the belly button that really helped. So were they all below the belly button or did they ever go above?
they were below the belly button.
Okay.
I
So
put
in a line, straight across
yes,
in a line.
yes.
Okay. So from left to right in a line below
Yeah,
the belly
it
button.
was more like a triangle, because
Okay.
but yeah, it's close to your hormone area, and which
Okay.
is lower. So, and that's what I did. And first, I thought, okay, well, I thought this was for to lose weight because I actually have a bunch of other sites that I go to on Facebook, and there's this one lady that did the same thing for losing weight. Well, it actually worked on my hot flashes. So, granted, I haven't
Yeah.
lost weight yet. I'm still
Right.
working on that, but it's like the hot
Yeah.
flashes, that's my first priority. So,
Oh, absolutely. Because that's like you can't sleep and you're miserable. Yeah. Just
right.
things start flying. Everything
And take
starts
it off.
flying. Like this is not
Right.
going to work.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. So that's amazing. Yes. Thank you, Pastor Ed. It's so funny. Like this should have like maybe I need to go drink another glass of water. So that spot, the acupuncture spot is SP6 and the patch is called SP6. That's the SP6 spot, the 4 finger widths above the inside of your ankle bone, kind of between your tibia and fibula. So and if you press around there, women, like usually, like if you have an issue in that area, just kind of press around. So 4 finger widths above your ankle and just kind of start pressing. And usually, like you feel a spot that you're like, Oh, okay, I feel that. Like that kind of, is zinging me a little bit. And so then you can put a patch right on that spot. So if it's your left ankle, you're going to use the SP6, and your right ankle, another one of the patch placement guides is like glutathione on your right ankle forefinger widths above. But I think what you're talking about too, especially when you think about like where your ovaries are. So if you have a patch on each ovary, and then you have the one that's in, a little bit higher, closer to your belly button in that triangle. Because I know for me, like on my monthly cycle, I will wear Ice Wave left and right if I feel like I'm getting a little, zinging going on down there. And it just like, I mean, I'm like good. So I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord, for Ice Wave. Like, this is fantastic. I don't want to bite somebody's head off anymore. So it's good, right? It's all good. That's amazing. Yes, BG.
I just wanted to share that I heard David say, wear the patches, just get them on your body. So since I was working on the 2 fingers on my right, that's where I wear the glutathione. And it does take the pain away. So it's
Oh, that's
pulling out.
amazing. The glutathione, yes, because it's detoxing. So helping
Yes.
whatever toxins are
Yes.
getting stuck, helping your body to detoxify. Pastor Ed, that's a certain, so show me again, BG. That's a certain acupuncture point too. Do you remember the name of
Yes.
that? If you want to place it, do you know it? Okay, Pastor
I
Ed
do
may,
not.
okay, Pastor Ed, you may know it, but that's an actual acupuncture point that she's wearing it on too, which again is nice because if you're working with an acupuncturist or you also have an acupuncturist, these are some great stories to share that we are using, that's what the clinically tested spots are acupuncture points. So working with the meridian system in the body, which is truly amazing. So, ladies, do you have anything else you'd like to share tonight?
I will never be without the patches. They're so good. And
I
I'm going to
agree,
drink my
right?
water every morning.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we have a few minutes. I'm going to be super short for those of you that are new tonight, just to give you a little overview on the patches. The most important thing is that you get back with whoever invited you to the call tonight so they can get you some more information, get any questions you have answered. Thank you, Pastor Ed. I knew you. Well, pericardium 6, I think that might be where I have mine. So it's this spot closer to the thumb. I think is a different spot. So thank you for that. Because obviously, yes, that tells people where I have one of my energy enhancer tonight. So, and my other one's over here. I don't know. Yeah, if you can see it. Yeah, my tan. So energy enhancer, pericardium 6. Yes. Okay. So the patch technology, it's all completely non-transdermal. So even though we're placing patches on our skin, there's nothing that's actually transferring into the body, which is truly amazing. It's sealed with medical grade plastic on both sides. Works all through light therapy. Thank you, David. Large intestine 25 is this one right here. So anyway, fantastic. So so all non-transdermal, there's nothing entering the body. It truly is a light therapy technology. The way that you understand what this is that if you saw a movie and they were looking through night vision goggles and they're talking about seeing that heat signature with all the different colors, technically, scientifically, that is considered low grade. That is low grade infrared light. That infrared light comes out of our bodies at every single place, and it's actually reflected from the center of this patch back into the body like a mirror. That light switch that's turning on that frequency that tells GHK copper peptide to get up and get moving in your body and do its job. I would encourage you to Google GHK-CU, GHK copper peptide. There's literally over 80 different types of illnesses, aches, pains, illnesses, disease, body systems that are now supported because of GHK copper peptide. It's truly classified as the fountain of youth because of all the things that it does in the body. I normally just mention 5 things. Number 1 is regenerative cells. All the reasons you heard BG talk about, her eyes, her jawbone, her pelvis, like her hands, Colette's ability to recover from what was going on with her thumb there, all of the different things. That is is because your regenerative cells are getting up and running again. It's also why it's the oldest you will ever be the first day that you put on that technology, because it resets 4,000 genes to a younger, healthier state, and that begins the very first day. The longer you use it, it has a compounding effect time after time, day after day, where Beegy is a perfect example of that, that she's been wearing the technology for a while, she's feeling good, and then she tries to get drugged by a car and run over. And body decides it can handle all of that at 80 years old, which is truly remarkable. So that's amazing. And if that ever happens to me, I want to have been on this technology for a very long time. So truly amazing. So regenerative cells, cardiovascular health. So supporting your cardiovascular system at the mitochondrial level from the base. So your heart, your blood vessels, the lining of your blood vessels, GHK copper peptide is supporting all of that. Your brain. So Beegy talked about brain cognition, thinking clearer. Even like for some people, anxiety and depression can start to feel like it lifts. You feel more vital. You have more energy. You just feel better about life. So that is also amazing. The brain, the focus, just the ability to think clearly, think effectively, think quickly. All of those things. Beegy got drugged by the car and she rolled. She rolled fast at 80. That was because her mental capacity was capable of saying, I do not want to get run over by this car. So that's amazing. So then your immune health. Every one of us want immune support. So Colette got started because she felt terrible. Like her mom was like, I've been giving you these patches. If you would just listen to me, I'm a good mama and I'm trying to take care of you no matter how old you are, right? And finally, she's like, mama just has to step in and say, it's time. You need to get those patches on your body so you stop feeling so bad. So she finally puts them on and her immune system, and she just starts feeling better. So that immune support also can help us, like whatever might be going on with us or coming down our path. Maybe it just doesn't have to happen. So when our immune system is dealing with toxins day in and day out, just to have that support so our body can detoxify, like Beegy was talking about, it can get rid of stuff because we're assaulted every single day. And then the other thing is your collagen. You see it all over Beegy's face, the collagen, the elastin, everything gets better, gets tighter no matter your age. And it's your whole body, right? So collagen is not just hair, skin, and nails. It's literally the fascia in our body, the joints, what's in the joints, the ligaments, the fascia, the tendons, all of those things are supported by collagen. The lining of every single organ in your body is supported by collagen. It's literally the glue that holds our body together. So those 5 things are just literally 5 out of, like I said, 80 different body systems that get supported by GHK copper peptide. So if you have not started using this technology, today is the day. Let this be today. That is the oldest your body will ever be. And so get started on this now and join us. Have some stories. Come share your stories with us. Find out what this is about and how much you can feel better. If you need more information, there's a lot of amazing sites out there. Mine is Embrace Optimal Health. You can go to any of the sites that will give you more information about our technology. But the biggest thing is that you get back with the person who invited you to the call tonight and find out how you can get started today. So Beegy and Colette, is there anything else that you would like to add tonight?
You were great. You made our stories fun.
Well, you all are fun. We are so thankful that you chose to come and share it with us tonight. I know you ladies have already been blessing people for years, and we are so excited that you get to continue to join us, and we're all working together to bless more and more people's lives and be a part of getting to see the change that they have in their lives. And so just like you guys, I know that you are thankful. We are thankful that we get to do this and offer this to people every single day. So thank you so much, ladies, for being on here tonight. And with that, for everyone, we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good night. God bless.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
God bless
God
everybody.
bless.
Thank you.